Hey everybody, today is Sunday, the 15th of July. Yesterday I kept running into a few glitches. Star Trek Online and Star Wars The Old Republic were my games of choice yesterday. In Star Trek Online, the camera is broken. By that I mean every time I switch it over to chase camera, a few moments later it switches back to free camera. This is apparently a glitch that existed back in Season 2, and they fixed it back then, but has decided to rear its ugly head once more in Season 6. I really hope bug fix comes out soon for this because I much prefer chase camera to free camera. There's just when I let go of the mouse buttons, I want the camera to snap to behind my ship. I don't want it just to hang there like a dead fish. It's just in Star Wars: The Old Republic last night, I was doing some datacron gathering, and there was a glitch when I was going for the. There was a datacron in the upper right corner of the Labor Valley area on Corellia, and I went up onto this beam. Well, the first time it glitched, I jumped. No, I stepped forward, and my game hiccuped, and I fell through a support beam. Then the second time, I got to where I needed to be. I jumped down, and I wound up as if I had jumped down from a different location when the game hiccuped. And then later, I was getting the strength datacron, or trying to get the strength datacron, in the southeast portion of the Labor Valley, and I think it's in the southeast portion of there. And I jumped up onto this post, hopped up onto this canvas, went to jump onto this ship, this gunship that was being ferried back and forth by this crane, and then it glitched and kicked me back to the post. I was like, okay. So I figured out a way to jump up onto the gunship, and then made it across. Jumped up onto these boxes, went to jump up onto this elevating arm, and found out there was like this foot off to the side of it that you could look large enough to stand on. So I jumped onto it, and I was standing on it. And a few seconds later, I was bounced all the way back to the beginning of the game, like the jumping puzzle area to get to the datacron. I was like, what the hell? So I got all the way back over there again, and I jumped, and I missed, and I fell between the arm and the box, and it glitched me again and put me right back onto the post. And I was like, ugh! So I did it again. And this time, I bumped into the side of the arm, and it teleported me all the way back. So that was my third and final attempt at getting this datacron. I'm going to do it with a friend, and hopefully he can pull me over. Because that's absurd. You know, all that effort for nothing. Seriously, BioWare, you have got to look into your collision sticking stuff, because it is hyperactive. There was one time I jumped, and I got stuck between a tree and a wall. I went to type /stuck, but because it had rubber banded me earlier on Quesh, I couldn't use the /stuck function. Yeah, don't let that thing automatically kick in all the frickin' time. It needs to be a bit more controlled for when, I need it. Anyways, a friend of mine is finally back from his vacation, so I'm going to be briefing him on Star Trek Online and blah, 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 and all that stuff. And definitely looking forward to the DLC for Mass Effect 3 on Tuesday. But that's really it for now. So, until next time, may your bugs get fixed.